So just going into a little bit of the market, I think what's interesting overall, the market has been pretty stable this year. I would say over the last couple weeks, things have softened quite a bit. We're seeing a lot more, a lot of listings that are not getting as much love, not as much showing activity in that. But overall, we have 365 active homes in the market right now. Our average days on market is 41 days. Now that's skewed a little bit by a lot of times we may have a property that's listed for a while and maybe we do a price reduction and we need to get a little bit more activity kind of plugged back into some, they broadcast the listings back out to buyers that are set up on auto searches. So a lot of times we'll relist a property to try to kind of rejuvenate it in the market. So that 41 days on market does not include, it's not a cumulative days on market. And so that's not probably that accurate, but that's what the data shows at this point. Our average list price is $435,000. Our average sold price is $430,000 year to date. So really, not much of a drop off on sold prices compared to the list. So it's not dropping much. It is, the $430,000. We do have a lot of folks that come here, and they're pretty surprised at the prices here in Cheyenne. And I think it depends on what you're coming from, what you're used to. But overall, it does feel a little bit high. But there's not much we can change with that. Buyers obviously pay what they're willing to pay and what's available out there. So we had, for year to date, 6 homes over $1 million, which is pretty interesting. The high was $1,319,000. So that has really started to change. Yeah, we never used to have anything over, well, I remember years ago when I got into business, if it was $400,000, it was a high price home. So anyway, so that's kind of a little bit, what do you have? You had some stats too.
But yeah, no, I just pulled some, I know we kind of talked today during our meeting a little bit where we're at. So I wanted to pull June's numbers today and last year. So last year for 2024, we sold 106, there was 161 homes sold. And so I just kind of like to see where we're sitting at. And today we still have the rest of the week. I have 2 closings this week. I know we have a couple closings, so it's going to kind of see where that's at. We're 127. So we're 34 houses difference from last year to this year. And I know we're ahead in REMAX right now off of what our goals were, right?
Yeah, from our goal from last year to this year, we had an increase of where we wanted to be and a goal. And so what's interesting there is I think we're finding a lot of micro markets. Well, first of all, our spring market came into full swing for sure.
Oh, agree.
And we had, May and June has been really great, but we had kind of these micro markets going on in the entire market. So we may have this $350,000 to $450,000 price range that's super active, and we're still seeing some multiple offers on things. So that's interesting, but you're right. It is a little slower overall compared to the 2 years.
Yeah, but I also I see it a little bit changing back and forth in certain kind of like those markets, like you said, is some of them's moving really fast. And then there's a couple price points that I feel like it's sitting in and, having a little bit more days on market. But we had a good goal of wanting to be that 20% up, and that's super exciting to see. So I just kind of jotted those down, and super fun. I know that year to date for 2024, was at 813, but year to date for the market, we've sold 843. So, we're 30 houses ahead from last year. So I think just because it's June's a little behind doesn't mean it can't catch up on.
The title companies are still super busy this week.
Yeah.
We have a lot of closings still within REMAX. And so overall, those numbers are going to be up for 2025.